All right. Well, it looks like I had a little problem with my video. I'm not certain how much you got of what I presented earlier. But in essence, we're going to be making mini pot pies, and we're going to use thawed out frozen vegetables. I'm using the chicken breast in a can, and I've already emptied out the juice into the sink. So you drain that chicken breast as well, okay? It comes out like tuna fish would come out, okay? And it's coming out in chunks. So I'm just kind of pressing down on the chunks to make them smaller, okay? I don't want to, because I need to spread this meat out across my dish into my little pot pie dough, okay? And the next thing I'm going to add is my cream of, here I have, it can be cream of chicken soup, or in my case, I'm using cream of mushroom. Again, I'm opening it straight from the can, okay? It's undiluted. You're not going to put no milk. You're not going to put any water. Just put the entire can in your mixture, in your recipe. Now, I want you to know that I put in how much? I put in like a cup or so of thawed vegetables. I put in the entire can of my chicken breast, or a cup of chicken breast, and I put in the entire can of cream of chicken or cream of mushroom soup, and that would be about 10.5 ounces, okay, of cream of chicken or cream of mushroom soup. And while I'm talking, you can see me mixing it up, okay? I'm mixing it up. And if my camera should go out again, I will try to pick it up from where I left off. I'm not certain that I was able to get the beginning again, but I want you to know I'm making mini pot pies. The ingredients are frozen vegetable, rotisserie chicken or chicken breast from a can, and a can of cream of chicken or cream of mushroom soup. I didn't add any other seasonings. The cream of mushroom or cream of chicken soup was really enough seasoning for the dish. All right, so that is the mixture that we have. Again, you can use chopped rotisserie chicken if you want to make it even fresher. You can even put your own vegetables if you want to make it. Put your carrots and all of that in there, you can. But we use frozen vegetable. I consider this dish to be halfway between an appetizer and a meal. Again, it's mini pot pies. In case you missed it earlier, this is crescent dough sheet. Crescent dough sheet. And when you will see, when I open it, it's going to come out into one piece. All right. Now, I usually just bang it on the table, and I open it up. All right, I'm opening it up in front of you. All right, and now I'm going to open it, and I'm laying it on my cutting board. I have a piece of wax right there on the cutting board. I'm just going to pick it up so I can start at the beginning here, and I'm rolling it out. This is not crescent rolls, it's the crescent dough sheet, and as you can see, it's one long sheet with no preparations, okay? There are no preparations, one long sheet. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to take our cutting pizza cutter, and I'm going to make what I did before. One time before, I made, I believe it was like 3 or 4 slices down. This sheet is longer than the one I had when I did this earlier. So I'm able to make 4 lines. I made 4 lines. I don't know if you can see it. 4 lines. Then I make one line straight down the middle, and now we have 2, 4, 6, 8 squares. Again, I took my pizza cutter and made 8 squares. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to take off 1 square, and I'm going to put it in my muffin pan, and I push it down to the bottom because on top we're going to put our ingredients. the chicken and vegetable mixture. Okay, so if you look, I'm putting those cups down into the pan. Okay, all right. Hopefully the tape will let us get this far. All right, I'm putting it down into the pan. And just in case my tape goes off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start filling the pan right now. So I take my 4th cup here and I get some of the mixture in here. I can take my fork or my spoon and I spoon it into my muffin pan. Okay, about 1/4 of a cup. Don't worry about the part that's hanging over the sides. Don't worry about that. Okay, this is actually a 1/2 cup, but there's a line inside that says where the 4th comes in. And I spoon that into the crescent dough. Okay, because I'm making mini pot pies. Okay, mini pot pies. And I'm trying to kind of speed up a little bit because I'm not certain what's going on with the camera, but I want you to see in essence what's going to happen. So you put your ingredients into the cups that you've made, okay? And once you get your ingredients in and you fill up your cup, you're going to put this recipe. I got my cup filled up. You can, if you want to, flip the dough a little bit over the top. If you have some left over, you can just flip it a little bit if you have some left over, okay? And after you fill up your pan with your dough and your ingredients, then we would put this in the oven on 375. And we're going to let it cook for about 14 to 18 minutes until you see it become golden brown. And then you'll know that it's done. Everybody's oven is different. You're going to let it cool for 5 minutes, and then you'll take your fork, and it'll help you to dip it out. So I'm going to continue filling up my cup. Remember my muffin pans, and putting my ingredients in the dough. And remember, after you do that, you stick it in the oven. Let it cook from anywhere from 14 to 18 minutes, depending on your oven, on 375 degrees. When the dough becomes golden brown, that's when you'll know that it's ready. And you'll take it out, let it sit for 5 minutes or so to cool off a bit, and then you'll use your fork to get it up out of the pan. And it's not going to be hard because it's cooled off. You can almost grab it up and get it out. So I'm just going to continue to let the tape run while I fill this in. But just in case the tape runs out, because I don't know how to videotape well, I just wanted you to know what you're going to do. Again, put it in the oven on 375, let it cook 14 to 18 minutes. When it's golden brown, you take it out. Let it rest for about 5 minutes and use your fork to get it out. Now, if the video allows me, I'll come back after I've cooked mine and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, I hope that you're following me and I hope that you enjoy this recipe. My students, they enjoyed it. My family enjoyed it. It's very, very easy, but it's also very, very tasty. It tastes real good with a salad, okay? I had mine with a tossed salad, and each serving, I would say each person can probably eat about 2. I have 2 men in my family, and they only ate 2. So I think that's a good serving. And again, I have 8 cups here that I'm filling up. All right, 8 cups. I'm filling up with my vegetables and my soup and my chicken. Okay. All right. I want to thank you for joining me today.